Yes, Curtis, I will move the microphone stand.
Yeah. Woo.
Mandy, you're a fine girl. What a good host you would be. Everybody laughing at that. You must be ready for Medicare. Who's ready for Medicare? Raise your hand. Yeah, so am I. I'm like, in 2 months, I turn 65. Yeah. So I'm Dr. Jeff. I'm your ADHD comic. Who here knows what ADHD is? Yeah, for ADHD. Have you experienced it yourself? Cool. Who else experienced ADHD for themselves? Most of you guys are left out. It's great. I have rebranded ADHD as accelerated, dynamic, hyperdrive. Woo! Some people tend to look at ADHD as a curse. Some people choose to look at it as a blessing. I tend to look squirrel. I tell you, it's interesting though, I'm also Jewish, right? Yay, Jews, we have a lot of Jews here on stage. And I've been doing some research. I also do coaching and consulting for entrepreneurs with ADHD. And I've been doing some research that the Jewish community has a 18% higher incidence of ADHD than the general population. Let's see, God. What's that now? You gave us the pogroms. You gave us the Holocaust. You gave us centuries of hatred. You even gave us Ivanka Trump. Even though she converted, you had her convert. Why did you have to give us ADHD too? You know, part of ADHD is something called RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria. It means where with ADHD we could be very sensitive to rejection. So I'm there talking to my shrink and she's there, yeah, do stand-up comedy. I'm there, yeah, I'll do stand-up comedy. So every time you guys don't laugh at my jokes, my shrink is there, ka-ching. I tell her, doctor, what am I to do? She just said, oh, just keep doing what you're doing. Every time you bomb a joke, a shrink gets her wings. When I was a kid, I grew up an Ashkenazi Jew. Ashkenazi, there's Ashkenazi, Sephardic, all different kinds of Jews. And I was called a shlemiel. Who here knows what a shlemiel is? A shlemiel is someone who creates utter chaos in their midst. Who here, anybody know a shlemiel? How about you? You look like a shlemiel, no? Okay. So, my parents used to call me a shlemiel. That's how bad I was. My father used to pay my friends to cut the lawn for me and do my chores. Because I would be out there doing, and all of a sudden my dad would be over running out and get me out of the road where I was mowing the blacktop on the road. I'm there, ooh, phew, thanks, Dad. He's there, no, don't thank me. I just didn't want my insurance to go up. So, you gotta love it though, with my dad and that stuff. I never had to do any chores because of that. It became ADHD survival. But you know what has its downsides too? It's kind of like they're out on a date and you know, I'm about about to go to get to first base, and I get up and spill the food all over her lap. So much for that. I guess when it comes to dating, I had everything all to hand. From ADHD, but I have a wife now. Woo! I love her, she's very tolerant. I work at home, she works out of the office. Now the thing with ADHD, I get coffee, drink a few sips, forget where I left it, go get another cup, forget where I left it. So by the time she gets home from work, she comes home and goes to there, what are all these cups of various filled of coffee doing over my house? And I'm there, I'm trying to emulate Andy Warhol. Those of you who know what I'm talking about with Andy Warhol, you must also be the people who are ready for Social Security. Yes, that's Andy Warhol. He was an artist. And he did stuff. Now this is great, like paint Campbell soups.
Yeah.
And that is what I'll leave you with. Thank you all very much. You've been a great audience.